is up, YouTube Nation? How are we feeling today? Because I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good. Now, let's get ready with me while I talk about friendship and my journey, with the journey that I have gone through of coming out of my shell and becoming more confident and sort of saying, fuck it, let's do it. Now, friendship in high school sucks. I really hope that I'm not the only one who feels this way, but friendship in high school fucking sucks, and it is so confusing all of the time because everyone is so very egotistical. I'm gonna use this word. I do want to talk about a little bit. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. It's deviating from the point. But everyone in high school is very egotistical, which means that they're looking for validation. People really want people to like them. It's just a very natural thing to feel when you're coming in and you're growing up and you are in high school, when you are about that age, 14, 15, 16. Everyone is very much concerned with their image and how they look and getting people to like them, you know? And so this breeds a lot of fake ass people, toxic people who will put you down, and people who will just be friends with you just for the sake of it. And so in high school, I did not have that many friends. I just graduated. Senior year, I made more friends than I ever had in all of high school, and that was because of this increased amount of confidence that I had in myself, and also practicing being more social. That, frankly, if you want to learn how to talk to people, practice makes perfect. If you want to learn how to talk to people, ask people questions, be more interested. I have noticed a very, very stark difference in the way that people treat me and the way that my friends treat me, from sophomore year to now. And something that I want to talk about is just dealing with friendships in high school, because it's difficult. Now, I don't know why. I made a couple takes of this video, and I don't really know why, because I know that most likely nobody's watching these videos. They're mostly for myself, to just sort of get my thoughts out there into the world, because I have too many thoughts. I think too much, and it sort of drives me insane. So it's nice to have somewhere where I can put my thoughts that, you know, maybe if you stumble across this video, in the sea of YouTube, and you are watching this, I really hope that you can, listen to my wisdom, and I hope you relate. Because I just have some things to say. That's all of us on the internet. We all just have things to say. So, what am I gonna talk about? I'm talking about my best friend. I am so sorry. I'm gonna call her Gabrielle for this story. And I have demoted her, actually, in my head recently, very recently, actually, like yesterday. I have realized this girl is not my best friend, and I don't know why I called her my best friend for literally 4 years when she has never once actually really acted like my best friend. She has never once shown me best friend type of behavior, type of effort. And it's really frustrating to me, because so many times throughout our friendship, I mean, she was the first person that I talked to in high school, and she ended up becoming my best friend for all of high school. And the thing is about me is that I was just very much shy and introverted. I mean, I'm not introverted is the thing. I'm not introverted, but I'm shy, and I'm a little anxious. I'm a little socially anxious. I've been working on it for 4 years. So I would like to say that I'm not as anxious and not as shy, and I can definitely tell by the way that people fucking act towards me. But, yeah, so she ended up being my closest friend. I sort of relied on her to be she was honestly my only really good friend that I had in high school. And I had some other friends here or there, but I don't know, they weren't very good, and I definitely wasn't ever, their priority. So, this fucking girl, has done me wrong so many times. The thing is, we would have class together and she wouldn't even talk to me in class. Like, we had 3 fucking classes together last semester. She didn't talk to me in class. She would always be talking to her other friends, who she would then go and talk shit on them to me. She would be like, and don't get me wrong, like, I have loved this girl so much. Thank you, Gabrielle, for being my best friend. And it's time to let go. And I just want to talk about, when is it time to let go? And I should have let go ages ago. I think that we should take best friendships. I mean, I have always had a best friend, which is one thing about me, is that I haven't had very many friends. I don't usually have very many friends, but I usually always have a best friend. And they usually always fall into a certain category of people where they're a lot more extroverted than me. They're a lot more like just go-getters than me. And she definitely was like that. She did a lot of clubs in high school. She really enjoyed it. She made a lot of friends. She had a lot of boyfriends. I had none. I had one boyfriend at the very end of high school. And yeah, and so she would always be involved in whatever her boyfriend's group was, and then I wasn't ever really a part of it. And so it was really hard because and then she wouldn't ever really hang out with me. If we made plans, she would typically bail. She would always bail, and she would never really make an effort to then unbail and make more plans, make different plans. And she would also, what was I gonna say? I forgot. I totally forgot. Sorry. Yeah, she's mean too. She's mean, and she talks shit on people, and I knew that she wasn't talking shit on me, because everyone who I talked to was like, is Gabrielle talking shit on me? They'd be like, no, she talks shit on everyone except for you. But the thing is, she would talk all that shit to my face. And like, I would rather you be mean to me to my face than behind my back. But actually, I would rather you not be mean to me at all. And she would be the sweetest, kindest person when it was just us two. When we were just hanging out, she'd be so nice. And then the second she was with a group that she like held at higher value, she would just be mean to me. She would just be rude to me. And this girl is one of the only people who I'm like super uber comfortable like confronting, like having having conversations and being like, hey, you can't fucking do this. And the amount of times I have told her, I don't like when you're mean to me. Stop being mean to me. And she would stop for like a week or two, and then she'd go right back. And like, you can't bail on me. You can't make plans with me and bail on me. You aren't acting like my best friend. And I have been so incredibly frustrated with her, and I don't know why I stayed. And why I stayed? Actually, I do know why, and I'm gonna tell you. It's because I was socially anxious. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I felt like she was really the only person that I actually had. I was so scared of what my life was going to look like if I didn't have her in my life. And who knows, my life could have been great, and I could have had amazing friends who actually cared about me like I do now. And people who actually genuinely valued me. And you know, I sort of thought this town was doomed and the people in my high school were doomed, which is honestly kind of true. I'm sorry. But it was like, she didn't have to be my only friend. She really didn't, and she was. And I kind of hate myself for letting her have this much power over me. So recently, I'm going to tell you a little story. Recently, I haven't seen her in a while. I'd been reaching out. She'd been blowing me off like she does all the time. Reaching out, she's blowing me off. She's not making any effort to make plans with me. So I have invited her to this nice ass event where we get literally VIP tickets because I know the band. We're going to a concert, Geese, and I know one of the Geese members. And we get VIP tickets, we're on the guest list, and I invite her because it's like, she is my best friend. And the amount of time she has told me to my face over and over again, Loa, I care about you so much. You are my best friend. I could not imagine my life without you. The amount of time she has said that is insane. And the amount of time she has showed that is like nothing. She doesn't ever show me that she's actually my best friend. She doesn't ever show me that she actually fucking cares about me. And it's so frustrating because I'm demoting her. In my head, she's not my best friend. Because that's not best friend behavior. So, anyway, back to my story. She's blown me off, like she fucking does. Blown me off. And I pull up to, like, I see her really randomly with this big group of people. And I mean, I was busy, so I'm not, like, upset that she didn't invite me or anything. And also, my ex was there, so obviously I'm not upset that you didn't invite me. But there's this big group of girls that I know, I'm acquainted with, like, I'm friends with, and I talk to at school, and like, they all come up to me, and they're all like, oh my god, Loa, hi, how are you? Like, every single one of them, except for her. And I look to the side, and I see her, and I'm like, oh, Gabrielle, hi, I haven't seen you in, like, a week. She looks at me for one, she doesn't even look at me, actually. She continues looking down. She is standing with my ex, by the way. Everyone else in the group had come up to me and my friend, who had just come back from, like, a concert or something, and she's standing there with my ex. Hi. And I go, hi, which I'm like, I'm not gonna make it fucking awkward. Like, I literally said hi to him. But still, and she goes, oh, I saw you 2 days ago. Not true, by the way, not true. I hadn't seen her in 2 days. I hadn't seen her in a week, actually. And, yeah, it's like, what? And then she was the first, I was talking to these people, you know, I hadn't seen them since school had ended, and she was the first one to turn away with my ex, and they walked away together. And I looked at that, and I felt so horrible. I felt like such shit. Okay, we're gonna do the inner corners now. I felt like such shit. Like, what? And so everyone left, and these two girls were standing there, and I talked to them about it for like 30, 20 minutes. And I call her. I decide that I want to call her, and I want to tell her. And so I call her, and I say, hey girl, like, that wasn't cool, and like, that made me really upset, you know? Like, I'm not actually someone who will confront you, but I confront her every single fucking time, because I'm not going to sit around and be anxious and worried, and why are you like this? And she's like, oh no, it's a big misunderstanding, like, I just was trying to make him feel comfortable. Why? My ex? You would rather, I see where your priorities lie, is that you would rather make my fucking ex feel comfortable in this situation by standing next to him instead of coming, because she was like, oh, I asked him and was like, hey, should I go say hi? And he goes, no, I don't want to look like a weirdo standing here all by myself. And she stays, and she doesn't come up, and she doesn't say hi. And it's like, that's where your priorities lie, is making my ex feel comfortable in situations. He doesn't have to feel awkward. I didn't feel awkward that he was there. Like, I don't really care, honestly. I don't really care. It's like, okay. Yeah, and then since then, I called her and I was like, hey, you need to be putting in effort. And she hasn't. And it's because over and over and over again, I coming back to her. I have told her this so many times, and I do not actually make any stakes in these conversations. I don't say, hey, I don't want to be your friend, because I do ultimately want to be her friend, and I have. And it's like, I'm so scared about what my life will look like. But in this situation where I woke up today and I look around and I realize, holy shit, I go to school in just about 5 weeks. I go to school in 5 weeks. I am going across the country in 5 weeks. I'm not going to see her. But, you know, we have things planned this summer. I can't just end a friendship. I can't just sit down with her and say, hey, you're not my friend anymore. I don't respect you anymore. And I didn't. And I've been so frustrated with her. And you do not get to call me your best friend, and you don't get to be my best friend if you're going to act like this. I fucked up. Sorry. Fucked up. If you're going to act like this, like, you don't get to call me your best fucking friend. Anyway, friendships are hard. And I hated all of my friends in high school, I'm not gonna lie. none of them put in any effort, none of them cared, and I never had a friend group, so it was always like I had to put in effort one-on-one with people, which is like not always something that people want to do, and it's not something that I want to do, frankly. Unless I'm like super close with you, I don't want to hang out with you one-on-one. I'm sorry, most of the time. And so it was really hard for me, and people bail all the time, and maybe people bailed on me because because they didn't like me that much, which I can see now. Like, I was awkward, and I was weird, and I was shy, and I didn't know what to say. And so hanging out with people one-on-one was hard for me, you know? But I love people. I love people so much. Like, I love being around people. I have such a bubbly, like, happy personality. And I would really like it if I had people in my life who actually cared about me. And I do. I have a couple of friends who, like, I look at and I see that they show me that they care. And they show me that I am a priority for them. They show me that when they can, they're going to be around me. And it's hard because I often feel like I am typically people's friends when they have nobody else. I am typically there for people when they have no one else. All the time. And then as soon as they have someone else, they usually drop me. It's a little bit hard to be that person. But I'm working on it. I am. And I'm working on becoming a more just extroverted person and a more likable person. And not for the sake of getting everyone to like me, but for the sake of finding community. Because it's very different. It's very different to get people to like you in high school when people are really, really focused on their ego, really focused on validation, really focused on, oh, how do I look? I mean, she, like, literally made me hate all my friends because she would fucking talk shit on all of my friends to me. All of the friends that I had, and I listened to her for some reason. I don't know why she held such a high standard and a high, she was on a fucking pedestal in my brain for 4 years, and that's why I couldn't let go. I don't know why. And I think it's something about her personality because every single one of her boyfriends that she's had, she had to break up with him. She had to break up with them, and she's had plenty of boyfriends that, you know, she's just sort of like a manipulator naturally. And I don't want to say that, but I do, because for some reason I held her at such a high fucking standard in my head, and when she failed me, and when she wronged me, and when she would be mean to me and wouldn't talk to me in class, and when she would bail on me all the time, and when she would blow me off, and when she would just be fucking rude all of the time to me. She was just rude. She was just dismissive. She didn't ever act like my best friend. And even the most toxic best friends I have had in my life, like, they have acted more like best friends than she has. And I, for some reason, have kept her in my life for 4 fucking years. For 4 years. And this always happens, is that I always realize that my best friend sucks balls, dude. Sucks balls. Like, maybe she doesn't suck all the balls, but she sucks some of the balls. And I hate her for it. I hate to say, but I hate her for it. And I don't know. She's been my friend. She has come back to me over and over and over again, and I felt like we had such a strong friendship, such a strong relationship that was built on so much trust and so much mutual care, and the amount of times that she has told me, I love you, and I care about you, and I want you in my life. You do? Then show it. Then be in my life, bitch. I'm here. I'm here in my house, and you're welcome any freaking time. You are welcome to my house anytime. I told her that. And yet she never shows up, and she's never here. And I say, you are welcome in my life, but she isn't in my life. And she says, I'm gonna miss you so much, and I can't imagine my life without you. And I'm like, why don't you show it? Why don't you show it? If you are gonna miss me so much, why aren't you here? So, you know, friendships are hard. I just want to talk about, might as well make this video long because fuck it, sugar strips. Yeah, I just feel like people are insecure as fuck. I've had friends who've had them sabotage, like absolutely sabotage them, and they still come back. I had a friend who bailed on me. Let me just talk about all my shitty friends in high school because I need to get it out. I need to get it out there. I had a friend who, I love her and she's still one of my friends. And I can tell that she's trying to be better, but she is a flaker. She's a flaker at heart. And to me, I had made Halloween plans with her. This happened twice. 2 times, by the way. And I let it slide both fucking times. Why did I let it slide? Don't let things slide. Don't bend over backwards for people. Hold your boundaries straight. And if people, cross your boundaries, you can't expect people to be perfect, but hold your boundaries, and if people cross them, you have to fucking give them consequences for crossing your boundaries. Yell at them. If they don't listen, drop them. Fucking drop them. Anyway, so this is Halloween, and this girl that I'm friends with, we had made plans, just us two. She was like, whatever we do, like, we'll make plans and you'll be along for the ride. So we had these plans. I asked her that day, we took the PSAT that day, and I was with her, and I said, we're still on for Halloween, right? And she's like, yep, of course. And I get home, I get ready, I had made this beautiful costume. I was so excited. I was so fucking excited to spend this best friend with this really good friend that I had, or this Halloween with this really good friend that I had. And she texts me and she says, sorry, I can't hang out tonight. My mom wants to do a movie marathon with me, so I can't hang out. What? Such a blatant fucking lie, too. Like, she was not doing a movie marathon. In fact, she was hanging out with her boyfriend and all of her other friends. Why didn't you tell me that, like, 2 weeks ago? Alright? Why didn't you just tell me that? Why did you have to fucking lie? She's the worst liar ever. This happened again. New Year's, I was so excited. She had said the same thing. We're gonna be together. And then she bailed on me for a party that I wasn't invited to. And I called the party host, who I was friends with, by the way, crying because I was sitting in my room about to drink a fucking bottle of vodka by myself on New Year's. And I go, please, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any plans for Halloween. Like, let me just come. And he's like, oh, the girl that you were with, like, she's here. What? The girl that he specifically didn't invite was there. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, so I hate people. I hate high school. And I really just hope that there are better people out there, because some part of me feels like, oh, maybe I just have really high standards for friends. Maybe that's why I think my friends are shitty. But that's not how you treat friends. And this small town, there's not that many people to meet. There's not that many people that I don't really know. And there's not that much time to grow friendships at this point. And I'm excited to leave. And that's why I'm excited to leave, because I'm sick of everyone here. And I have a couple friends who I really appreciate and who I really care about. But I'm not that close with, because I just didn't have the time to get that close with them. This is a long video, and I just yapped about myself. But this is my YouTube channel, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. And I'll just leave you with some advice on how to get people to like you, because might as well make the video longer. So I have been told by 2 different people on 2 different occasions that I have increasingly become less annoying. That I went through my character development. This kid who's, like, so brutally honest told me, well, you've totally gone through character development. I respect. I don't know to take that as a compliment, but I'm going to take it as a compliment, because I have, bitch. Yeah, I have. And I have become a lot more confident, a lot more comfortable. I've made so many new friends because of feeling confident in myself and also practicing, like I've said. One thing that you can do is ask people questions all the time. Just come up with questions. The more questions you ask people, the better you'll get at asking questions. Here's some starter questions. Actually, no, I don't want to give them to you. I'm sorry. Just think, look them up on TikTok or something. Like, socializing is not something that comes super naturally to me. You know, I'm good at getting close to people, and that's why I've always had a best friend. And I will always give people a lot of grace, and that's why I've always had a pretty shitty best friend. I've always had best friends who don't really respect me that much. I've always had best friends who aren't super nice to me and who just are with me because we have always been close and because we've gotten so close. And it's hard. It's hard when she was the only person, this girl was the only person that I had really in my life. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video. I really think that you need to be asking better questions and giving better compliments. Give really specific compliments. People love that shit. Really specific compliments. It's really cool when you can give like a really, like, wow, I really like just like the way your hair sparkles in the sun. I really like that you smile at everyone when you go by. It makes you feel like a really like friendly person. Something like that. Like, be nice to people. Be kind, but also don't ever, ever, ever. This is something that I have learned is set your fucking boundaries. And if people cross them, you give them shit for it. Okay? And if they don't accept your shit and if they don't like you because of it, let it go. If you are secure in yourself, you don't need anyone else. And I have so often been such a people pleaser. I have bent over backwards. I have sacrificed so much in my life to appease other people, and just don't do that, frankly. Don't do it. Anyway, love you guys.